YouTube. Time for another update. We're on the Powder River Basin map, and today I'm just going to show you some of the work that I've been doing while running a few trains. 9 of them, I think. So while not an operating session, it's the kind of thing that will happen in an operating session. We haven't got any running numbers or anything like that, so but I'll give you, it's just what I've been using for testing and stuff like that, so that's what we'll be doing. Okay, here we have a westbound empties. Even though Powder River Basin is geographically north-south, BNS and BNSF and UP regard the Powder River Basin as a east-west rail line. So this train here has arrived from, let me get my details, has arrived from Texas Utilities Electric's Big Brown Power Plant in Fairfield, Texas. It has 130 rapid discharge hoppers, are utility owned, with TX UX reporting marks. The Big Brown Power Plant actually mines lignite coal locally to burn and mixes it with PRB coal. There's 328 car train sets that service the plant, and they get about 2 or 3 loads per week. So yeah, anyway, we'll head down into Antelope Mine and have a look. I've added service tracks for vehicles, and the roads where they're supposed to go, road bridges, also rail bridges since you last saw. Just kind of default ones, not specialised individual ones. I don't want to spend too much time doing that, but just to get a feel of the place. What we'll do first is we'll set this train up to load. So we'll just hop in them. Here we go. Right. This train is from West Labadie. We'll tell where it is. Train bar 6 always tell where it is, what track it's on, 1, 2, 3, or wherever, so the driver commands know where it's going to, where it is and where it wants to go. So we'll just insert all the commands. Here we are, antelope load. There we are. Now I'll just run through all these commands, make sure it's got a clear track, book tracks, book a departure track, book the loading zone so no other train can come in, like this new train coming in won't try and load itself while this one is and create a mess. So we'll explain all that one day. Right. We'll have a look at the mine. As I said, I've added service roads and the other roading that's there. Its location's accurate, but these are all basically dirt roads. We have a conveyor system. There's obviously a truckload out here. Unfortunately, it's off my UTM tiles. Otherwise, I would have put it there, but we'll work that out later. Still got a bridge to go here. and probably one here for the rail tracks too, so that's missing at the moment. Another bridge in here. But all these buildings are the right size and right shape and in the right place. So according to the UTM tiles. So I've just used these flat panels just for where there's big graded areas where they store a lot of equipment and trucks and bits, but I don't want to sacrifice the polys. These are the loading coal silos. Haven't got an industrial track in here, but I'll talk about that later. Spent a bit of time on the stands, but on the supports, and these tops of the coal silos are basically an open structure with a lot of rigging and stuff like that on it, but I didn't want to use that many polys, so I just created an enclosed box. So just gives the feel of a mine, and that's basically what I was after. Right. We can see the Labadie train starting to move through to load at the silo. The track work may look messy, but that's how it is on the map on the real world. Okay, we have another westbound empties. What are we? Here we are. CCBCK. This train is from Council Bluffs and is heading to Coal Creek to load. It has 130 MAXX utility owned rapid discharge hoppers. So this is Mid-American Energy. The same train that was in the video a couple of videos back. Not the same train, but the same owners of the power plant. Anyway, we'll go into drone mode. I'll put a description below of all the trains that are on the map today in the description below. Just their train symbol and where they're from and to. I'm not really up to speed at describing them all today. Haven't done a video for a while, so it's a bit choked up. What a drama queen. Okay, here we have an SD90 H2 ready to depart for, well, we see NASA 9 for the City Public Services of San Antonio plant at Elemendorf, Texas. So these got hoppers or gonds? Gonds. I've got them written down as hoppers. Anyway, utility owned. While the H2s no longer exist in UP, I still feel like running them. Kind of a bit of a favourite unit, even though they were not a very successful loco. There's an SD90 on the head end of that train as well. So bit surprised really. There's a bit of a bug in TS10 where it's a bit hit and miss where the exhaust stacks work or not. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Been successful so far. Shouldn't really speak, it'll jinx the rest of it, won't it? I was a little bit worried about this steep side here, about this just didn't look right, but I actually saw a video of Narco Junction. Obviously this is Narco Junction, and there is actually quite a steep drop off here. Perhaps maybe not quite as steep as this, but it is definitely there, and a bowl in here, so quite pleased with that. And KC Power as the DPU. KCS Grey Ghost. And eastbound coal loads. That's the train that was in the video a couple back. Where's my piece of paper for that? Here we are. From Black Thunder. So we are CBTNN to the Mid-America plant, North Neal plant at Sargents, Bluff, Iowa. 128 I believe it was. Rapid discharge hoppers, utility owned. 137, sorry. Makes for a rather heavy train. And a BNSF train arriving at North Antelope, Rochelle. I've completed all the mines like we just saw at Antelope there, except for the coal silos. Each mine has a kind of a slight variation on the silos that I'd like to get, so I won't take you into these mines because I haven't quite done it yet. This train hasn't really got a symbol, it's just a test train. These WEPX GONs are actually on you see them on UP trains, not BNSF trains. So you can yell at me, you can trash me for that one. Haven't set it up properly. And we have a heritage unit as a DPU on the San Antonio train. Now this is not the proper version that the heritage unit is on. This one's got an ISO cab and the headlights are on the nose rather than on the roof, so I will put it on the proper one eventually, but it'll just have to do as a space filler. The SD70 Mac is, we won't get in there. There's a jointed rail one. It's just a space filler until I get my one done. I've put my own script into it to get the bits that I need. I can't get the smoke to work properly yet, but I'll work on that a bit. But putting my own script in it means it hasn't got the nice bits that the jointed rail ones want, but as I said, it's just a space filler at this time. Okay, we'll see what's going on in here. Train has started to load. Okay, as I said, I'm not using an industrial track in here that loads every hopper as it goes past. The reason being is there's I think there's 13 or 14 loadouts on this map, coal loadouts. Using an industrial track does cause its problems with the way I use it. They're not insurmountable, but one of the main reasons I'm not using it at the moment is if you put it into the session and then decide to delete them at a later date because it's causing you issues or you want to run more trains or whatever, sure, you can delete them off the map, but the actual data and the scripts, etc., actually stay in the session. If you open up the session and have a look inside, you'll see it all in there. And with 13 or 14 of them, it takes quite a bit of space, and my session files actually get quite large. So I don't want to put them in at this stage. If things work out in the end, maybe I'll put them in then, but at the moment it'll just filter through at what are we, 3 or 4 mile an hour as per realistic speed. And when they're all through, there'll be an instant load. This command here, load vehicle with 48, which is just a QID number, and so I'm happy with that. Probably not what is the jointed rail. SD70, as I said, space filler hasn't got running numbers. I deleted the automatic running number system they have on it for reasons that I'll explain in another video. Now to eastbound loaded, grind away. I think it's only 0.6% back there, but by the time they start coming past here it increases to 1%. What we'll do, we'll actually dispatch this train. Another BNSF westbound empties. What are we? This train is EHAFBTM from the Lower Colorado River Authority Fayette Power Project at Halstead, Texas. 128 bathtub gonds with FPPX reporting marks. So, right. We'll get this train underway, I use a checklist, like a pilot's checklist, just to make sure I cover everything. Speed profile set at 15. TVAR 4 to 15. What actually happens here is the train behind us actually looks, if it's got a not green, it'll check the train in front of its TVAR so it travels at the same speed. It's priority, it's on track 2, 23, we want to set it 2 because it's a BNSF train. And that should about do it. And insert, replace. We're going out Orange Junction, so there we go. And we'll drop that out because we're a little bit behind. What we also have here is, I'll just wait for this to clear. These are just going to check a whole lot of variables to make sure the track's clear. If it's not clear, it won't. The last one's just booking the thing so no other train can go onto it. Set the junctions, and these are just skips to the next labels, so it doesn't actually execute every command. And we can keep an eye on the variables by having a look here, and this just gives you a bit of an idea. Well, it tells you exactly what I can just, all these variables here just lets me know what's going on for testing and the like. And we're away. CATMDOL. So it is NRG Energies. It's headed to NRG Energies Limestone plant at Donie, Texas, with 129 leased GONs with CEFX reporting marks. And how heavy are we? We're 18,000 tons. Speed profiles entered up here on the display. If I didn't use a speed profile system, these trains would be would be going along at 50 mile per hour. That's track speed for this section, and they would be on idle, but to me that just doesn't seem realistic. So yeah, we have it. These things are on full noise, and what are we, 8-9 miles an hour, which is about the proper speed you get for going up Logan Hill. This is the start of Logan Hill. So what happens is I've killed the default exhaust system in Trainz and put my own exhaust settings in there so that I can set them with the commands. So we have, although I don't run sound, these are actually on full noise, run 8, the appropriate exhaust doing 12 mile an hour. So back into drone mode. Okay, switch heaters there. This is my second version. Oh, I'm still not happy. They're better than the first ones, but I'm gonna redo them again. I'm not happy. So I saw a PRB video the other day that had some nice shots of them. So version 3 is on its way. So we'll just head up Logan Hill here and set up in a favourite rail fanning spot where you get a lot of Powder River Basin videos. Okay, I actually meant to look up the name of this road, but damn, I forgot about it. But a lot of rail fans set up and take photos and videos from here, so we'll just set up and I won't bore you with a half-hour wait. We'll see you back shortly. Okay, we're back. I did look up Google Maps while I was waiting, and it's USFS 942 road. I presume that's US Forestry Service 942 road. Anyway, still slogging away on Logan Hill. 1% with 18 or 19,000 tonnes of coal, or gross weight rather. It's the San Antonio train. As you head north on the Orange line here, the exit is at Shawnee Junction. There's quite a few crossovers between here and there. All UP trains are to be on the main one, which is this San Antonio train. So UP trains here will be moved over to here, and all BNSF trains will be moved over to main 3. This main 4 track stops at Belle, which is 20 miles or so up the track here. I've got the commands to sort them across on that Trainz 23, which is 2 for BNSF and 1 for UP Trainz. Plus I can also use Trainz 7 to move them across when there's a break in traffic, and TVR 9, which will hold up all traffic and shift the trains across and cause all sorts of delays depending on what's required. Anyway, this westbound empties. It is CIMBM from the Cook Rail to Water Transfer Terminal at Metropolis, south of St. Louis. It's going to Belle Ayr Mine. The coal from the Cook Rail Terminal goes via barge to the Indiana-Michigan Rockport plant, which I believe is on the Ohio River. So there's 132 utility-owned bathtub gonds for loading at Belle Ayr. UP train symbols use a prefix C for coal, and the origin is the first 2 letters and the destination is the last 2 letters. BNSF uses an E for empties and a C for loaded coal trains as a prefix, and then 3 letters for the origin and 3 letters for the destination, and the 9 suffix on the end is for a train that can run 15,000 miles before inspection as opposed to the normal 1,000 miles. So we'll head down and in drone mode and see what's going on down at the Antelope Mine, We have an SD90H there, but alas, these have all been broken up now. No more exist, but I feel like I want to keep running them, and there'll be no exhaust out of these ones, as they'll be in full dynamic coming down here, I would say. Oh, beg your pardon, don't mean to make you sick. Still loading, eh? Yep, we'll just hop back in and see where we're going. Okay, here we go. This is junction 4116. So when he drives past 4116 here over on the left, he will have the coal hoppers load. He'll increase power and he will skip to either label 1 or label 2. Label 1, label 2. From there skip to label 3. That's basically how it all set up to go. There we go. Loaded. Increase the power now. Righty-ho, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed looking at my stuff. We'll see you in about a month's time. We'll run a grain train or two on the Columbus sub. Cheers.